Hey
Hello.
Omar.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. You can either type or unmute.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Everyone. Hi.
Great to see
Hi.
slash hear you all.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, morning.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, evening to Asia Pacific.
Afternoon, people. It's 3 p.m. here.
And
Good afternoon,
midday for
everyone.
Central Europe.
7 a.m. here, pretty sunny.
Oh, it's morning for America.
Oh, the cat is so cute.
Oh my God, Roshit, it's almost past bedtime for you.
This is well past my bedtime. I'm an old grandmother already. I need to be sleeping.
It's 8 a.m. for
What
me
time do
right
you
here
sleep,
in Jamaica.
Roshit? Amy is going to destroy your sleep schedule.
I will be a zombie.
Actually, in my case, the AMEE is going to fix my sleep schedule, which is pretty good.
Me too. It's like morning debrief is at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. for me. And I'm like, I have to wake up an hour earlier. So that's like a week of earliness.
Yeah.
What sleep schedule? I only slept for 1 hour. The last time I woke up was like mid at midnight.
Glasses.
I just heard glasses and you were cutting and speaking like a robot who is dying.
Thank you so much. I am a robot who's dying. Where are your glasses?
I'm not wearing my glasses all the time inside.
Hey.
It depends on my personality.
It
So
it
which
seems we
personality
have
is it today?
The
seems
one
we have
which
the
is
good
grumpy
Matilda.
and sleepy.
Don't be grumpy. This is the first pre-conference debriefing.
Luckily, I don't have to facilitate this one.
Joking. No, of course you won't. We are now
won't mind.
at 49 of us. I think we will just give people a couple of minutes and hopefully they will be joining.
I'm really sorry if I yawn in the next hour.
We can yawn together.
Please do not start a yawning spree in the STF.
It's
like
better than a corona spree.
I feel like this is what I will be known for in AMEE 2020.
Well, we all spread something, right?
So we're 51 people.
Yes, maybe a little bit of 2 to 3 minutes for people to join.
Yeah, hello everybody. I've seen some people in the staff room, so I've made an announcement that they should join us on Zoom. I think it will take a few minutes.
Wow. Sebastian is even policing the AMEE world.
Yeah, I think there's a tutor group that had a pre-debriefing session on the platform, so maybe that's them as well.
Oh yeah, that was my group, but we finished early, so
you did?
everyone knows to come here. Yeah.
People
Okay,
want to be one word way more than in real life OLMs.
Well, I like Vertway, but not as much as Zoom. Vertway has its issues.
I feel like I'm playing The Sims whenever I'm on Vertway, and that's kind of disturbing, but yeah.
Vertway
No,
is AMEE Sims.
It's basically the same. Then I regret not being into that vibe in high school. I'm just here learning to wing it all.
Yeah, me too.
Sebastian is so cute. He put up a slide in the STF room that says meetings on Zoom.
What a nerd.
Did you hear that, Sebastian?
I think so. She wants
Somebody
another
said
man
you're
with
cute
herself.
for the slide you put up, Sebastian.
I was
haven't
waiting
heard
for
that.
his reaction.
I haven't
Sebastian,
heard that. I
Sebastian,
never
I
thought
said you were
Sebastian.
cute. I said
Yeah,
you were
somebody-
cute. Matilda said nerd, just so that is clear.
I am not afraid.
Sebastian, is this like the best day ever?
I love Rashid's accent. Every time Rashid speaks, I'm just like,
Rashid, did you cut your hair?
I did have a haircut.
Nice. You look very ready for the conference.
What happened
Yes.
to your mustache?
Did Sebastian just say bald?
He doesn't like that I've shaved as well. He likes me with a beard.
He doesn't
I
get
don't
to
want
have
to
a
know.
say.
Yeah, exactly. You are a strong, independent young man.
Well, that doesn't sound as good as strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as good as cute Sebastian either.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, now we're at 56. Checking if people got the message.
How many people are we, by the way, like in total? I didn't keep track.
72.
Yeah.
So we have 15 missing so far.
Yes, we won't delay a lot, just 2 minutes to account for everyone who proactively joined Virtway, because we will be joining Virtway later on.
Yeah, I can see Mindogas here, in Whichway, Maria, Rock, and that's all. All the rest left. So I think they're joining.
Guys, sorry, in how many minutes we'll be joining the platform? Because I need to go to another house for the computer. Now I only have my phone.
I think in an hour, something like this, I assume.
Okay, yeah, that works good. Thanks.
Guys, it's better to get off the platform because it will detect that you have a noisy environment because we're opening on Zoom, so it will mess up your sound settings that you have before. So if you are happy with your sound settings, get off it so it won't be, so they won't change it.
Yeah, thank you, Natasha. Yeah, you may leave actually, but we'll meet to say hello and take a group picture afterwards. So have it handed. So Ala, should we start? Because we'll check attendance later, so they may join late. No problem.
I was hoping that we can give them just 1 minute and start at 10 past 3.
It's
But
10
I think
past
when I
3.
said that, it's 10 past 3. Perfect. Hi, everyone, again, and very.
Ala, you're on mute.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought I was not on mute. So hi, everyone, and welcome to our first pre-conference debriefing. We hope you're as excited as we are. slash a little bit stressed. But yes, we want to welcome you to this pre-conference debriefing, and there will be two today and tomorrow. The main intent is to recap the main things expected of us during the conference periods, and then of course we will transition to conference debriefings. I want to remind you that it was almost close to 10 weeks since you received your emails announcing that you're now part 2 in STF, and now we are 2 days to go to the main event of the year, and we hope that you are excited. So rule number 1, as we start, this is not meant to be just us talking, so please engage, whether in the chat box, or if you want to talk, you can always raise your hand or unmute yourself, and we would be very welcome to that. Now, next slide, Fatima. Yes, this is the 5th of September debrief. Next. Perfect. So I think we can all unanimously agree that the past week was busy for the minimal, and as coordinators we wanted to ask you and see if you have any reflections of the past week. What are one of the things that stood out? What's what you learned, something you enjoyed, something fun that happened, someone new you met at the meet and greet, someone's avatar that stood out. And yes, basically this is an open floor. Please be proactive and engage. I think we're beyond the shyness level.
I think it was nice that we got a little bit, well, much more specific with our tasks during the conference, because that was a point of confusion at the beginning of our work. But over the past week, things have been much more clear, I would say.
Amazing. Thank you, Omar. Who would like to go? Naveen agrees as well, and Nali.
I can go.
Perfect, because I was just added to the student task force and like I was at the ground zero, but people were so helpful, like my tutors and also the coordinators. So I found myself like improving in just 5 days and to become the level of knowledgeable. And it was perfect for me to see that people are really collaborative, and I'm really hopeful to see the conference itself.
That's really great to hear, Berke. And I hope that now you're up to speed, and we're very happy to have had you join. Who else would like to go? And from this point, like after you finish speaking, just nominate someone else, or if you want to speak, just immediately unmute yourself and speak, like an open conversation.
Gonna go. So I was concerned that because it's gonna be a virtual meeting, that maybe a little less level of professionalism and deadline commitment is gonna be common. And I was really happy that it's not everything is going perfectly on schedule. No one is being unprofessional, whether it's from the task force or from AMEE people themselves, and that's extremely comforting, because I was really worried that the procedure or that we're using an online platform will make people lazy. So yeah. I'm gonna nominate one sleepy Matilda.
Shukran, dear. Always a pleasure. Actually, before forgetting, I have a surprise for you, and not for you, like for Lina, Ali, and Dino. Yes. So this week was super intense, but there was no day in which I wasn't proud of my spiders, because in all of the meetings, at least one of them was active, and also in the social group, at least one of them was helping another fellow STFer in like usually technical situations, or summoning Sebastian, the tech guy. But yeah, and I'm very proud of you guys. I liked that I think we had a good combo of both social activities and meetings with webinars. Personally, I felt more empowered. I'm about to hopefully finish another surprise for the entire STF. And yes, I think I talked already too much, and I will nominate Let's see. Yes, I will nominate. Oh, this is so difficult. I don't want to nominate my spiders. Okay, yes, Mindaugas, I hope that you are here because you gave me the thug glasses, so I nominate you. Did you hear me? Okay. Mindaugas doesn't want to be cool. So then I will nominate
Me?
me who?
Me?
No, I don't recognize all of the voices,
That's
god damn it.
me.
I will nominate Michelle.
Hatched.
Okay. Yeah, I think this week was super intense, and at the same time, it was great. I think I was impressed, very impressed with the coordinators, how much content they developed for us, so we could be up to date with everything was happening. Especially like how many hours Sebastian must have spent to create all those things for us. And as well, it was great to have social activities so we could meet other people rather than just our tutor groups. So that was great as well. I think I'm like feeling very, I think, prepared for the conference and excited at the same time. I
That's
nominate
amazing.
who wanted to speak, actually. It was Anastasis. So anyway, I nominate Anastasis.
Right on time when I got my headphones. This week was very helpful because it was made quite clear what we have to do. This is very, very important. It seems it was made clear through any way possible, like trainings from AMEE, trainings from the coordinators, trainings from, I don't know, all this material that was really, really helpful. And that I can't stress enough how important it was, because you cannot enjoy the whole procedure if it's not clear what you have to do, what's going to happen. I really liked that we interacted the way we did. We talked again and again and in various contexts. So this was also a very important part. That's why I waited until yesterday or 2 days ago to fill in the pre-conference evaluation, because I wanted to make it clear and this is how it should be done.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I think we've had a sufficient number of reflections, and unless of course you want to keep reflecting, you can do so in the chat. Moving forward, Fatima? I'm sorry, Matilda. I'm actually being very considerate to your time here. So yes, business. It's time now to talk about the communication plan, and I think this is one of the things that we need to make clear prior to the conference, because one of the existing purposes of the STF is to function as a network of students, and by network it means...
Was it just me?
Sorry, Lubna?
No worries, Salah, we can hear you perfectly.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. So I was saying one of the important things of the STF is to function as a network. And for us to function as a network, we need to have a strong, solid communication plan to not only communicate urgent problems that could destroy the conference, but also communicate learned experiences and so on. Now, we currently have 2 working groups for you. So you have the social STF group where you can talk about life, birthdays, make memes. I could see there's an ongoing meme challenge that was taking place. But yes, that's definitely the place for that. We had the work group that was previously only open to coordinators, and we would use it to mainly announce meetings and any important notices that we had for you. I will now explain the communication plan for the conference, and please pay particular attention to this. So we're going to have the work group, which is currently, like I explained, for STF announcements. However, the one that we're going to add everyone to, or even share to you in a couple of hours, is the urgent group. And as you can see in red, the urgent group has one sole function: to communicate severe problems during the conference. It will be open for all STF members. However, to keep it as structured and formal as possible, we will be having a coding system for you to name the stream number you are in, the session code that you are in, and then your problem. And not your problem in 10 sentences, but your problem in a very precise and crisp way. So it's either you have a presenter who is absent, a no-show of an STF member, for example, I don't know, a mic settings not working that you could not fix, etc. And the idea behind the urgent group is when you communicate this, we immediately, in a matter of seconds, communicate this to Syrian Events or to Nicola and her team, and the problem gets solved. So this is the urgent group. Please make sure you respect the coding system or communication way, because without that, we won't be able to know who you are and where you're situated, especially on a virtual platform. We will share all of this after the meeting, so don't worry about having to memorize that. Now, in addition, we will be having thematic groups for morning shift and afternoon shifts. As you may know, you're already distributed to a certain shift along the conference. For example, taking Sebastian as an example, if Sebastian is distributed to the morning shift, then he is part of the morning shift group. And on every day, we use that group to coordinate between morning shift members and between showing up, who has showed up, who has not, who needs assistance, and also, of course, any sort of work-related discussion that relates to only the morning shift. The same applies to the afternoon shift. Yes, the example. Sorry, Sebastian, you were the closest on my screen. But yes, the afternoon shift, same idea. If you're in an afternoon shift, you will be with all the people who are working in an afternoon shift, and you will be discussing there. Problems that could be shared here are minor problems. For example, hey guys, does anyone have an idea how to fly? I hope you know how to fly by now. But as an example, that's some of the things that you could be discussing in these groups. Now, the work group that currently is only open to STF members will be open to all, to STF coordinators, sorry, would be made open to all. So you can all send if there's something you find particularly important for the whole STF. And we will be having an announcement groups created just from coordinators to you for any announcements during the conference and for any important messages. So to recap, as an STF member, you will be ideally present in 5 groups. The first group is the urgent group for severe, life-stopping, AMEE destroying problems, and for that we need to communicate in a very structured manner using the coding system. We have the work group, which will be open for you to send now, and there you can communicate any feedback you had from your day or any advice you want. For example, hey everyone, I noticed when you do this as a facilitator, it works. And you want all the STF to know that, you can discuss work-related stuff in the group. The third group that you will be part of is depending to your distribution. So if you're distributed to the morning shift, you'll be in the morning group. If you're in the afternoon shift, you'll be in the afternoon group. Please do not be in both unless we require you to, or unless you have both, I don't know, shifts somehow. The final group that you will be part of is the announcement groups, and this you just observe, and you won't have the ability to send messages there. It's just us sending you any highlights that are important, any reminders, any memes, and any inspiring messages, hopefully. And this way, we're counting to have an integrated communication plan. Oh, I forgot, of course, the final group is the social group. It's already there. You're already active in it. And of course, you can keep talking about interesting speakers that you met and so on. Now, before we proceed, does this sound clear to everyone? Because this is extremely integral to the conference. Yes, 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 clear. Yep. Great. If anything is not clear at this point, just please raise your hand and I would be extremely happy to address it. Okay,
Will you see it?
No raise. Sorry?
Can you see us if we raise our hands? Because I think that this is just a slide. But you obviously know since you say it.
Oh yes, you could raise your hand using the Zoom function. Or you could, yeah. I will try to see you, but unfortunately I don't have such visual
I had no
capacities,
idea
but
of this function. Okay, I'll try to find out. Thank you.
yes, you can right click and choose raise hand and it will immediately notify hosts and so on. Perfect. So if that's clear, I think we can proceed and move to the next slide and over to you, Sebastian. Sebastian.
Unmute yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I forgot. So I will speak about task layout and some tips regarding all the tasks we have to make sure we all understand the basics. If you have any questions, please write in the chat. This time I will be able to see them. Could you move to another slide? Who is controlling? Yeah, thanks. So first of all, I would like to thank I think 25, 30 people who came to the individual trainings I held in the recent days. It was very productive and I hope you enjoyed them. And let's start from the beginning. So the most important thing for all the staff members is our own schedule. So we have 2 files which have been made by me, so task distribution sheet. And remember that tasks for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday do not include the explanation of the on-demand task. There have been a 4th sheet added. Make sure to check what is the topic of e-posters or short communications you are assigned to. Anyone having trouble to find it and is not aware what their task is about. If
I
not,
do have a question.
yeah, sure.
It is clear what we have to do in order to find the proper on-demand or e-poster. Just what will our task include aside from having maybe a summary and some comments? I had written that on a WhatsApp group. Was it our tutor group or was it the social? I don't remember. Anyway, and what will we have to do with it? Are we going to send it to somebody? Are we going to talk about it on the debriefings?
Yeah.
Am I asking stuff that have already been cleared out and I should have known?
Yeah, sure. I will explain in the further part of the presentation. Right now, I'm just asking about the task schedule, but I'll make sure I won't forget about it. So if it is clear, the second is task calendar. So it is like one sheet for all of the days, and you can easily check by your name abbreviation where you are placed, what is your task. So it's another thing we usually use. And remember that both of these task sheets have been made using the GMT time zone, so GMT ±0, so the basic one. While AMEE program, as well as run of show document, because they are pretty stubborn with it, are made in UK, British, GMT +1 time zone. So whenever you use run of show, because I don't recommend you using the AMEE program anymore, but whenever you use run of show, remember that it's in a different time zone and you need to add 1 hour to the times presented right there, what Fatima is showing. So these are 4 documents necessary to check for all of your tasks. AMEE program, for example, AMEE program also gives you the names of facilitators. So for example, if they don't show up, you may find there who should facilitate the session. So that's also another pro of this type of content. And run of show actually will be edited in today, I think, late evening. So we will share it with you. It will be the final version, but it's like a pro document where every presentation in your session is scheduled. For example, from 9:00 to 9:07, it will be first, 9:07 to 9:10. So it's very detailed, and you may check for every information there, as well as what part of the presentation is needed to be recorded. And secondly, what is your task? Will you be facilitating, changing slide, or will the facilitator do all of this? Information is here. If you have some questions, something is unclear, please use the work group for the afternoon or morning shift to ask us, and we'll check it for you and make sure everything is clear. So Salma's question, GMT. GMT is for our own schedules. So for task distribution sheet, task calendar. For AMEE program, so the official one you can enter from the platform, from AMEE website, is British time zone, GMT +1. For run-off show, so the one sent by Nicola by AMEE office, with like task schedule, I think, for virtual platform, and also a synopsis for us about everything. It's also in British time zone, the same as AMEE program.
Okay, thank you.
In case of the on-demand task, I will come back to it later. So let's move to another slide. And we are divided into two parts. Half of us is facilitate, maybe not. 33% of us are facilitators, 66% of us are people responsible for recording. Facilitators should be present 10 minutes before the session is planned to start. It's a time for you to check if everything is fine, to deal with some trouble, to search for facilitators. So it's worth to be there as soon as possible. To make it happen, actually, we removed all the tasks you would have 15 minutes prior to a session. So for example, if you have an exhibition and you check carefully in your task sheet, there will be a comment saying that you may leave 15 minutes earlier. You are not directing participants in a break before the session you're facilitating. So there is no need for you to worry that you won't be able to go there 15 minutes before. As soon as you go there, please check on the screen. So on the main screen, the displayed code of the session, and if it is the same as the session you are going to take care of. The first thing what is important, if you go there, for example, 20 minutes before the session, it's possible that there will be the previous presentation uploaded, because in the breaks, someone from Whitway will come each time and upload the new presentation. So it's possible that they may be a little late and upload it like 10 minutes before the session. So no worries, wait for them to come. Another important thing, you may check the presentation. Remember that the play button is not green. Normally it's green, but we use the yellow button to start the presentation. If the presentations are merged and you press once the yellow button, they will switch one after another until the end, so question and answer part. There is no need for you to wait until the presentation ends and click once again. The same thing with masterclasses with changing slides. You start with pressing the yellow button, you change the slide with yellow button. If there is an emergency, so you feel lost, you feel that you missed one presentation, use the red button, so the stop button, to go back to the first slide and do the procedure once again. So red button is for emergencies. As soon as you are sure everything is fine, presentation is uploaded, you don't have to worry about it anymore. So check the run of show document and check whether you will be responsible for changing slides, for playing presentation, for holding question and answers. All the information are there. If something is not there, if something is black, it means that there is nothing to do. So it's as simple as I say it. As soon as facilitators come, you should say hello to all of them. Say that you are a student task force member, you will help them. You may ask if there is any additional help needed. For example, whether they want to ask some questions, whether they want to say a bright hello or something like this. And as soon as they come, facilitators, you need to click on them, open remote configuration, and turn on the use presentation option. It's needed to allow them to speak on the stage, as well as to have like a wider audio settings so that they could hear all the participants, as well as they could speak to everyone. So remember that it's not like kind of an option we give forever. Anytime they leave the room after the session, or anytime they lose connection and come back in 30 minutes, you need to repeat it because they will lose this option. For you as staff members, it's always on, so you don't have to worry about it. Another tip, which is important and I didn't mention before, is that when you go to a large session, for example, it's a plenary with 2,000 people present. If you look at the rooms carefully, it's not they are not able to hold so many avatars in one place. So what happens then? It's a good question. First of all, you, so staff members and facilitators, will be copied to another extra rooms, and people joining will be transferred to copied rooms. So you are the same person, facilitators are the same, everything happening on stage is the same, presentations are the same, but audience is not the same. So there will be like 10 rooms with 200 people each, but with different audience. They won't notice something is wrong, but they won't see the same audience as you do. You will see only the first one. It is important because in big sessions, it's impossible to have an open discussion because there are different rooms, and as you will be heard by everyone, someone asking a question from room 2 won't be heard by someone from room 5. This is like a sub room of each of the streams. So it's like a tip, and a facilitator like propose, let's do a smart discussion in the room. It's impossible. You need to use the platform for it, that is a Q&A platform, as well as you are able to chat. It's also for all the participants, but you can't speak so easily. So if you check facilitators, if you check presentation, another important thing is to check the timing, because you are responsible for time control. You start the presentation on time. So make sure if, for example, presentation or session is scheduled for 10 a.m., you need to start at 10 a.m. and then presentation will change one after another and end at exact time scheduled in the run-of show document. And then there is the second part, so Q&A part. You need to do an announcement. So there is an announcement needed at the beginning to let the people mute themselves. And there is a second announcement before the question and answer part to let people know how to use question and answer, that they should click on their screen and use the special hyperlink to enter this website, search for the code of their session and ask questions there. There are some sessions in which there won't be any facilitators present, so the questions won't be answered live. So we should also tell them that that's all for today. You should use this website to ask questions. Facilitators will answer them later, and as soon as you upload your questions, you may leave. So it's also important. And check timing is also important for question and answer part, so the live one. You don't have to worry about it because in run-of show, you will find a moderator also in AMEE program that will actually cover the question and answer part and answer some questions. So this person will be answering questions, but you still are responsible for checking the time. So if the session is going to finish, there is like 5 minutes until the end of the session, make sure to inform the facilitator that these are like the last questions and we need to leave in 5 minutes if there is no problem like that. And remember to stay visible. If you play presentation, there is no need for you to hide in audience because you would be on stage. You can actually stay by the lectern and stay visible, but because it actually encourages all the facilitators, all the people in the room to ask you some questions, to start some conversation with you. So it's good like for your personal interest to stay visible, to have this conversation, because if you hide, you'll be like a normal participant, not visible by anyone. So that's all from my side. And as Ala said, communications for emergencies. So use work, morning, afternoon group, but these are emergency kind of, I don't know how to do something. I forgot where is the run of show. Should I record the first part of the second? So this is like a simple thing that won't destroy the whole conference, as Ala said actually. But if there is a huge severe emergency of a type, facilitators is not on the platform at all, I can find him, there's no one to hold the masterclass. There is no presentation uploaded, the audience can't enter the room, the code for the masterclass is wrong. Anything like this happen, it's for the urgent room, so remember about it. So urgent is for severe problems that may not allow the session to start, and work is for questions related to work. Anyone read in the chat? Is there anything extra? Could someone tell me that I should answer, or should I move further? Did you answer these questions, girls?
I answered, you covered everything. You actually, some of the questions were covered in yesterday's private training too, and you answered them anyway.
Yeah, I just repeated because, as I said, only like 25 people attended them, and I need to repeat it once again for all of us. Yeah, we'll also have like a special document with all the links together, gathered together, so we may also check there. So it will be practical to find everything. Okay, so the next slide. So,
can I ask you something before we move on?
Yeah, sure.
About the links that they will find in order to upload the question in the Q&A part. Where will they find the links? Yes.
Yeah, if you look on the main screen in the left and right upper corner, there will be like an advertisement saying AMEE question and answer. This is a hyperlink to the journal site for the question and answer part. So they still need to look for the code there, but the link is very visible on screen. There is no such a link in student task force room, but in every room, as soon as you go there, you will notice, no worries.
Oh, so they are on the side screens.
Yes.
Oh,
Q&A.
okay. I knew that. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I thought it was something else. Thank you.
I have also one question. You told that you should turn on presentation permissions to the speaker each time he or she leaves the room. If it's also when we are going, for example, to breakout rooms.
Now, breakout rooms are the part of the room, so there is no need for it. But whenever they leave, even for 5 seconds, and they leave the room, it's off once again.
Okay, thanks.
So the relevance of that is when you return back to the stream after discussions have happened in the breakout, people need to have their settings changed again if they want to talk to all.
Yes.
And that's really important because presenters might not be able to speak to everyone after they've come back to the stream room after breakouts.
And it's good that Rashid actually mentioned the breakout rooms. Breakout won't happen often because as normal masterclass lasts for 3-4 hours during AMEE, this year every workshop is only 1 hour. So doing a breakout is like a waste of time, but some of the facilitators decided to do so. And if there is a breakout, remember to announce people that they should divide themselves. It's not like on Zoom that you can open an option and divide people in different rooms. As soon as they enter the breakout room, there will be like fields bordered with like group 1 advertisement, another one, group 2, etc. So they should like not gather in group 1 all together, but they should move around and divide into groups on their own. One more important thing in the breakout, do not ever use the open talk there, because if you use open talk, everyone, regardless of the name of the group, will hear each other. Participants, to hear each other in the group 1, for example, field, should gather next to the lectern that is placed there for no other use. So there is no presentation there. It's meant for them to gather next to the lectern to have like an open talk in only group 1 added. And if you want to do the advertisement, for example, say, announcement, and for example, say that in 3 minutes, you should go back to the room to continue the session, you should open your voice settings that are in the top left corner and use speak to all option, and you will be heard in every room. So you don't have to run around and speak to every participant in different rooms. It's already enabled for all of the rooms. Yes, so there is something in the run-up show as well. So that's all about facilitating. So recording. For recorders, it's possible that you will have some tasks before your session. So for example, directing participants exhibition. So we don't want you to miss these tasks. However, if there is nothing happening and in the second part of the conference, like Tuesday, Wednesday, it's possible that people will have all the audio settings covered, everything will be fine, and there will be no questions. So it's worth actually to go to the session room for you as well a little earlier, because it's better to solve some problems in a group of 3 than leaving a facilitating person alone. So if you are free, you may actually enter this room. However, being on time for you is necessary only to watch the whole presentation. So there is no task for you if you do not record masterclass, of course, to worry about being present on time or watching or recording the whole presentation. You should just be there, enjoy the session, and wait for the question and answers part. Natasha, you have a question?
Oh, yeah, it's about facilitating. Just to double check about the permissions for the presenter. Did you say that when they leave the room, their permissions go back to normal, or do we have to change it again before they leave? Just to make sure.
They lose this option as soon as they leave. So you need to make sure it is on every time, even on Wednesday, because, for example, they may say, oh, someone already did it. Yeah, it does not matter, because it's only for one session. And as soon as someone leaves the session, it does not work.
Okay, so we don't have to change it before they leave. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and about leaving the room, I forgot about the masterclass. I mentioned that some people may be clever and try to sneak out and stay in the corner of the room, for example, to enjoy the next masterclass. Well, it's one of the possible reasons for staying, but another one, someone went for a dinner, or someone is in a toilet, or anything like this. Remember that you may actually eject user by clicking on him from the room, or you may also write to ask the Vitray platform to do so. Maybe it's more professional. But the thing is that if they are absent, you can't contact them, and they would live in the masterclass room. There won't be enough places for the people to come. So that's why it's important. We can't have like a sleeping guest at the background, because some people who actually registered for the masterclass may not be able to come there. So that's why it's important. Okay.
Can we eject them in some way?
Yeah, you can click on them and there is an option, eject user. So
Thank you.
there is an option, but it's like the last call option. So if no one from Vitray cares, you may use it, but it's like not nice from our side to eject user, because he will get notification. For example, Anastasia's student task force ejected you from a room, right? So it's like not nice to see that.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, so these are like tips about facilitating. So recording, be on time at least to enjoy the presentation, or be a little earlier to have a facilitating person. As soon as the question and answer part, so this is the type of task, only question and answer recorded. You don't have to record a part when the moderator says, please upload your questions, because there will be like 5 minutes silence. So there is no need to record it, because nothing is happening. You should start record as soon as the moderator of the session will start to answer questions. So remember about it, not to record the whole question and answer part, but to record from the moment when there is something interesting happening in the room. If you are recording masterclass, in the run of show document, you may find yes in the column saying if I should record next to all the presentation that the masterclass consists of. So then you should record from the beginning of the session. If there is a breakout, you should stop recording, and you may actually join people having nice conversation in the breakout area, or you may stay in a room and wait for the facilitator to start the second part of the session. Actually, there will be 2 files done, so you should name them accordingly. So for example, MC6 first part, or before breakout, and MC6 second part or after breakout, and upload both of them. What is important? It says recommended for you to sit in the first row. As you may notice, if you sit in the 7th row, for example, you won't record like people that are a little lower, in the lower rows. However, the platform breaks very often, and it's possible that you will record like an avatar running or someone standing right next to you. So it's like not a recommended option. And sitting in the first row won't allow this to happen, and you will have a perfect view. And if this row is overcrowded, you may actually politely ask participants to go a little to the back to make space for you as well. Make sure to train. So there are some rooms with presentations. You may try recording on your own, see if this video has a nice sound, if there is no background noise, everything is actually displaying. And remember that recording is only possible on a stationary device. We have several people who plan to use a mobile device throughout the conference because they don't have a PC, but we are not able to record using the mobile device. So if you have an issue like that, please contact us as coordinators, because we need to switch you with someone, because you won't be able to record during this session. Another important tip, you should turn off Facebook, WhatsApp, especially on Windows, because every pop-up, every notification that is displayed on your screen will be recorded as well. If you are unsure how it works, you may watch trainings with Nicola when I recorded the session, and you may see messages from my friends. You can see the notifications happening. However, what is a good thing, when you use a pre-installed recorder that is on the platform, you won't record your background noise, you won't record your voice. So you shouldn't worry that, for example, a message on Facebook on mobile phone will be recorded, or a background noise somewhere will be recorded. But if you use another program, so for example, Xbox Games Recorder, remember that the purpose of this program was to record the gameplays of people like YouTubers. So they record whatever is happening. So your mic is on then, and you should turn it off. So make sure it's turned off when you record. Whatever program you use, it's fine as soon as it works. For iOS users, if there is someone from you who would like to give a short tip synopsis of how to record, I would be glad. Is anyone willing to do so?
Yes, Kevin here. If you have a Mac, you could just use QuickTime Player, which is already on your Mac, or you could just quickly press Command plus Shift plus 5, and which will like give you the recording window, small window at the bottom. That should work.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin. And also, as or someone deleted it, make sure that you have enough disk storage for the recording. For masterclass, so 45-minute recording, maybe even 2 gigabytes. And you will record in a group of 2, so you may actually discuss between each other whose recording quality is better or whose internet is better, because uploading 2 gigabytes with a slow internet connection may take a while. So there is no need for you both to upload the video. If both of videos are correct, there's nothing wrong in them. One is enough, so no worries, you may discuss between each other. So that's also a pro tip. Any more questions regarding recording?
Hello, Sebastian.
Hello.
All right, so how do we connect with the second person who is recording?
So you will see this person in the room with you, like sitting in the first row that is recommended. So you should just talk to this person, or you may actually click on this person and open a private chat. So it's also possible. So first of all, you may check in the task sheet who is assigned with you, and then in the room you will see other staff members, usually only 3 of them. Is that clear?
I also just added to that. I hope you can hear me, Sebastian.
Yeah, we can hear you, Ala.
Oh, yes, perfect. So I was just also wanting to encourage you to proactively reach out to people you're assigned with in each session. Don't wait to meet each other in the STF room. You can WhatsApp them. The names are on the sheet, and contact them and coordinate together.
Yeah, and you may also use the work group for it. So you may actually say that who is with me, for example, in MC6, when will you come? It's also allowed for like for work group to do so. I think that's all regarding recording. So it's all about facilitating. So can you move to
Can I
another?
have a question?
Yes.
Okay, so regarding the uploading of the record, You have, I think, attached a website or a thing that we have to upload the recording for it. Should we have to be signed up with our names, with our emails, or how does it actually work for the website that we are going to upload the record on it?
So anything that will make it clear what is the session you recorded. So you may put a title of the session there, and you may actually put only the code of the session. So for example, MC6, and that's enough because this session happens only once. So if you put a code, the name of the session, you may put like morning, afternoon, but there is no need to put your name there. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for social media, all of you should get a message from Lawrence Sherman, who will be our guest on Sunday as well. So you may ask him actually additional questions on Sunday during the meeting. He asked us to have at least one person from the social media group, so from 3 of you at the plenary, and I hope that's not a problem. But you don't have to like create your own schedules, as he asked, pointing out where you will be present. Lawrence, as well as John Dent, will be responsible for warming ups in the morning and housekeeping in the afternoon. So they will do like small live sessions in the streams that are not pointed out in the program. We actually may join them as well. And they are responsible for social media. So they will ask you, maybe they will ask you about some tasks, and you may also reach to them. So Lawrence Sherman and John Dent, to ask them about what is like important to record or share or anything. And if there is any need to have a meeting with them, you may ask them on email. I don't know if you replied or not, but that's how it is. We are not informed about this task. Someone from AMEE, I mean, Lawrence and John are responsible. So these are the only 2 people at the conference you may ask about your doubts. Any questions? Yeah, that's called housekeeping. I don't know why, but I think that they're funny. At least
I was just joking.
At least Lawrence declares that humor in medical education is his hobby. So, okay, so if there is no question, let's move. ePoster. Remember that on demand in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sheets, it's not the same as ePoster. If you find ePoster there, it's a different kind of task, and it is a direct in participant task, and it does not happen very often. It's introduced only when there is not enough free hands to organize an on-demand. So there is one person assigned to it, and you should just go to the ePoster room and check if the help is needed. What I recommend, if nothing is happening there, no one needs your help. And from my perspective, it is very easy to open ePosters, and I don't predict that there will be many questions. You may actually go somewhere else, and that's okay. Or you may help people at the exhibition or in the student desk, whatever you decide. It's like an extra task, not the main one. Some people from Kubify, which is responsible for ePosters, asked for it. So feel free to leave the room if the help is not needed, but remember that this is a different task, not on the on-demand one. So the next slide is about on-demand content. And we have 2 sub-tasks there. Around half of you is responsible for ePosters and how to perform this task. First of all, you have this task assigned only once, so Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, afternoon shift, especially on Wednesday. For ePosters, you should check in the on-demand sheet, offline of course, and find your ePosters group. At the bottom of this sheet, there is a link to another shift that actually points out every ePosters, so around 500 that are uploaded at the conference, and you may check which one are assigned to you. On the right side of the sheet, there is a hyperlink that opens the same website you would access from the ePoster room, but it actually shows you the ePoster that is listed in the sheet. So it's easier for you to access all the ePosters you are assigned to. So you should open it, look at it, and the main task, it's both for short communication and ePosters, is to use this virtual environment to comment, to discuss, to give a positive, negative feedback. It doesn't have to be something very professional. It may be great e-poster, it was worth watching, or I really adore your type of presentations, or anything like this. It does not matter. It's just good to be active there, because this environment may not be used well because participants are not very much interested, and it's nice to have a staff with an input here. It will be visible, AMEE will be proud of it, and that's why this task was introduced. As you use a sheet for it, for e-posters, there is no need for you to go to the e-poster area. You may actually go there if there is like a chance that there will be some questions, and then open your web browser, search for it, and using this hyperlinks check all the e-posters, while in the background you will hear, for example, a question from someone come in, then you may just go back to the platform and answer it. So that's all. We don't need you to watch all the e-posters. It's like you are assigned 15, but it's obvious that you can't watch 15 in 1 hour. So search for titles. If something is interesting, you are interested in something, watch them and then comment. We don't need 15 comments in each of the posters. We need at least 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 comments in each of the categories, and that's enough. For short communications, it's a little different because they are uploaded in a different way. So to enter short communications, you actually need to go the on-demand room. And it doesn't matter which one, because all of them have the same content. You need to use an iPad there to enter on-demand website, and then using the code you may find in the sheet, you may enter categories. So for example, assessment, as far as I remember, is SC1. You have assigned SC, for example, 1.2 and 3. You should open assessment, and then you will find all the short communications. And it's not the same. You don't have to watch all of them. Some of you have 20, for example, assigned. So it will take like around 3 hours to watch all of them. Of course, if you want to, feel free to do so, but watch what is interesting for you and also comment there. And that's all about this task. And there is no need for you to do this task actually when you are assigned to it. You may do it even today because everything is uploaded. You may do it tomorrow, the day after, but make sure to do it before the day and the shift that this task is assigned to you, because as soon as this shift ends during the final debriefing of the day, so for some of you it will be an afternoon one, for some of you an evening one, we'll ask you to give us a short debriefing. And once again, it's not a professional thing, so you don't have to say, I watched 15 e-posters, 6 were interesting, 5 were boring, 2 were useless. We'll ask you if there is something interesting there that staff people should watch, like for example, a Harry Potter demo from the last year, or a very nice e-poster for staff, or e-poster about student task force, or something like this. So this is the idea of the briefing, not to check whether you watched everything, but to get an input from you, to let you share your experience, for all the staff to be able to watch them. And remember that this on-demand content will be accessible for 1 year after the conference. So you may also watch this content after the conference, all the categories, comment, be active there. It's not our task anymore, it won't be, but it's also good that we may search for motivation for our own researches, or check the material and methods of other authors. So it's also a nice source of knowledge. Any questions? No, in on-demand task, you don't record anything. It's an offline task. You don't worry about it.
Could I ask a quick question? I don't know if you're
Yeah.
going to come on to this. It's more just for me. I saw it was assigned doctoral reports. Is that basically the same as short
Yes.
communications, or I don't know what format? Are those videos, or are those kind of more like e-posters, or I haven't looked yet?
That's the same as on-demand content. So they are accessible from the same place, but before you enter like short communication folder, there is like doctoral reports, and you might find them there. And it's the whole category for you to watch. And they are like a little more professional than short communications, but for it's very fun to watch them as well.
Thanks.
Okay, so briefly, if you, for example, do the on-demand task before it is scheduled in the program, then, for example, during that time you can go anywhere else.
Yes, you may join a session you prefer.
Okay, thanks.
Sebastian, like the point of the on-demand task is to give like a briefing for the STF during our meetings or the briefings of the days, like to check out the e-posters and just give a summary of what we have got from the e-posters to the. I've read about it in a document, so I don't know if that's the same thing.
Yeah, we'll have like each one of us will have 2 debriefings daily, and in the later one, so ending your shift, which will be like 1 hour one, we'll just ask you to answer in 30 seconds. What have you seen, and if there is something interesting, and that's all. So you don't have to like prepare or think about it. If there is something interesting, you will know what to say.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Johnny asked, we will just watch then, I think, what it was supposed to be. So the answer is you should just comment and give feedback, say something nice or something bad about them. And that's all. You should just use options you have there to communicate with this person. So the next slide is also about the on-demand task. And I think I covered it. Yeah, that's all. So the next one. Exhibition area. So this is also an extra task we do during the breaks and during the exhibition break, as well as during the session panel. So there is a desk by the entrance, and your main task, as in the student desk, is to direct participants. So on the opposite wall, in comparison with the desk that you will be next to, there is like a hyperlink to the list of all the exhibitors in both of the halls. Remember that as for on-demand task, we have 5 rooms with the same content, but for the exhibition halls, there are 2, and in both of them, there are different exhibitors. The list you have in both of the rooms actually will let you transfer to all the exhibitor booths in exhibition hall 1, as well as exhibition hall 2, so you shouldn't worry. So participants who probably will come to you and ask where I can find Elsevier. So then you say, please click on it and find Elsevier, and you will be teleported there. So this is the first thing. Second thing is photo booth. They added instruction there, so it's simpler, but it's possible that some of the participants will come to you. I can't share my screen. So if he's using Windows, he's doing something wrong, and you may try to explain. If he's using iOS, you may say, sorry, loser, you won't do it. Okay, so that's the thing about photo booth. For exhibition break, which is more important, there are more people assigned to this task. Normally, we have 1 person per hall, so you will be working a team of 2, but you should divide. 1 of you will go to 1 and 1 to second. But during the exhibition break, we'll have 3 people assigned there usually. So there is no need for all of you 3 to stay by the student desk. You may move around, help people, enjoy exhibition, and that's fine also. So there's nothing much more about the exhibition, but what is interesting for us and important is the context that is happening. So each of the exhibitors was emailed with a special code that he may share with all the participants. And there are 60 exhibitors and 60 codes, and there is a chance to win a reward. And these rewards are super cool, because you may actually win free AMEE membership, free attendance in some courses, free ebooks, free AMEE guides, and many, many more. So you may actually in your free time gather all the codes. Remember that you can cheat as well. It's like a team job as well. And after the conference, all the participants as well as you will be able to gather all these codes and send it to Nicola, and the participants with like, I think the codes, more than 30 codes, so more than 50% will have a chance to win something from AMEE. So that's also nice. And the second thing, as for example, for Visual DX, there is a chance to get like a free subscription for several platforms for many AMEE staff members. Some of the exhibitors weren't contacted by us, so there is a chance that if you go there and they will see your staff t-shirts and we will speak to them, you will get something for free as well. So remember to enjoy the exhibition, because in a normal conference we used to get a lot of free books, a lot of free subscriptions to many websites that I used to learn to USMLE or UK exams. So it's very cool to check for it, and we do recommend it. Any questions? Yes, Omar, thank you for the tip. We'll use it today as well. That's great. Okay, so the next one, directing participants in student desk. This is the same task, and I think the last slide of mine. So I will just discuss the frequently asked questions we might have there. Directing participants is during the breaks. So you should just move around the lobby and wait like for the questions, or you can approach people yourself to have some discussions. See, for example, Trevor Gibbs, president of AMEE, running around the venue, which is a crazy view actually. So there's much funny stuff happening there, and it's like for helping participants who may have some trouble. And student desk is the same, but it's a lower amount of people assigned from staff, of course, there. And you should just stay next to the student desk, because during sessions like it's obvious that we won't cover all of the lobby area. And if there are some questions, there are people late that, for example, lost their code to the masterclass, or they are totally lost and don't know what to do, it's also your task to direct them. So it's basically about answering questions. And another thing is poster help desk. It's like 20 virtual meters from the student desk, and someone from posters may actually come to you, and if the help is needed, they may ask you to come to the poster desk to help as well. That's cool, and you may actually do it, but if you are overwhelmed with your own task, you may say that, sorry, there is no time for me to do so. And the last important thing, you should not worry if you are not able to help. To be honest, we are able to only change the Virtual platform settings. We are not able to access someone, remotely access someone's Windows settings, for example, as Virtual facilitators may do. We can't switch the microphone settings that are outside the platform. We can't change the speaker settings, and many, many more that are based on Windows or iOS settings. So as soon as you click on a person, try all the options there, try to change their microphone, their speaker, try to actually adjust their voice and voice detecting settings. If nothing works, you should just tell these people that they should go to Virtual platform facilitators if they are nearby, or ask us to inform in a way, for example, help from which way needed by the student desk, and then we will send you someone to this location, and they will try to help these people. But you should not worry that, for example, you did something wrong, or you are like not aware how to use these settings, and probably you are poor in this. No, it's like 5 settings to move around, and we are unable to help in most of severe serious issues. We are able to help if someone basic issues like the wrong device is connected or wrong permissions are given. So make sure to train tomorrow, today, to click on someone else and check what are the settings. But it will happen often. If nothing is to be done, nothing is to be done to solve this, you actually need to have a help from Virtual. Yeah, but that's the thing, Anastasis. Like, the platform is not like an IT platform with all the settings, and we are unable to solve every issue we have. So it's good to know about that. Yeah, so it is as simple as I say it. Most of the content, most of the questions that people will ask are based on a program. So check the session for them. Check in the run of show document where the list of participants will be added if they are registered for the masterclass, and give them the code. Check their audio settings, answer some questions. That's all. It's hard to predict what will happen there, but if you have no idea what to do and it was not covered, you're sure that we didn't discuss it, there is no need to worry. You should address us and Virtual will take handle of it. Yeah, great site in it, Matilda. So the next slide, I don't know what is there. I don't remember.
Sebastian, your expression is priceless.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm done. Okay, so survival guide. I don't know. Who should I give my voice to?
Philippa.
Philippa, please
Oh
help.
my god, I was on mute. I didn't realize. Same idiot. You look like you have a laser pointer on your face. Okay, people. So, waking up again, maybe after the comforting words of Sebastian, I have some words about survival guide. We want to be sharing it to you until the next session. It has all the links gathered, which I already shared to you, but like we are aiming to have all the important, useful information in there, as well as the summaries of the webinars, of the expert meetings we already had, the ones we will have, information on future webinars, the post-program, the post-conference program, all the things that are on special offer for the STF and how to get them, like the Visual DX discount, the Scholar X access, how to get your certification, what you have to know to get your certificate. So basically everything you need to know in one single book. So yeah, please excuse that it's not ready yet, because it aims to have really everything in it. So that's on what's coming next, and I hope you're excited for that. And next slide, please. Yes, so now we are going on to our first try in a roll call, and we're 64 people, so please try to be concise. So everyone, I'll call you and you will have the chance to speak, and you should tell us, is your microphone on working? Do you have any problem with the settings? Is your STF shirt black? And well, I know we all disagree on whether it's yellow, but is it the right color? Do you have any further problems you need to tell us about? Do you have STF permissions? So yeah, most noticeable is whether you can enter the STF room, for instance. And make sure that you have the right device for recording. So to summarize, microphone, STF shirt, STF permissions, any further problems, and any further problems with your shifts. So if you need to urgently switch something, please also say this, and maybe somebody can be found. Yes, so if there's not any question on this right now, except for the color, I think we cannot solve this. I will just start calling people, okay? So let me go to the right sheet for this. So first is Abdullah.
Hey, everything is fine from my side. Everything works well.
Cool. If you have nothing, then it's fine to say. You can also say a word of comfort for people.
Yeah. Maybe we should do it on the platform, actually. We'll make sure that everything is that fine. Say hello and say everything's fine, right? Should we continue there or?
Agree.
No, but I aim to find people who can actually speak, who are here present.
Sorry.
Yes, well, if they're on the platform, it's hard to pick them out. So we'll do it really quickly and then we switch to the platform. So then no comforting words, just yes or no, I have a problem here. So next is Abhishek.
Yeah, hi. So everything's working all right, and even the recording function from the platform as well as from the Xbox Gamer. So it's working well. No problems from my side.
Good. Alexander. Alex Tapa.
Sorry, that's my full name that I don't normally use. Yeah, everything's fine, thanks.
Sorry, you can tell me if we use the wrong name. I will try to improve. Ali.
Yes, everything is working fine. I'm on recording daddy and I'm good. And like I try to play with QuickTime and I learned of the shortcut Command Shift 5 and I tried it right now, so it's good.
Good. Anastasius.
So fine. I just want to check on whether all the settings needed for the facilitator are fine in practice. I mean, I'm anxious whether it will work on Monday, but I'm fine. Everything else fine.
Okay, thank you. We will hopefully sort that out. Andres.
Everything's fine. Thank you.
Okay, and Laura. And Laura Mutter. I don't know it. Please correct me. From France.
You didn't, yeah, you didn't hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. So everything is working for me. Betray.
Okay, thank you. Ava. Ava Babika.
Oh, hello?
Yes.
Hi. Yes, everything's working well for me.
Okay, thank you. Azza.
Hi everyone. Yes, everything's working well on my side. Looking forward to the conference.
Great. Bekai.
Yes, everything's fine and working for me. I'm also looking forward to the conference. Thank you.
Great. Bianca. Bianca Quintela Ribeiro Correa Amaro.
Guys, Bianca told me that her microphone was not working.
Okay, even not on Zoom. Okay. Has it ever been working on the platform?
I actually have no idea. She just texted me like 20 minutes ago that her mic was not working. So that's the only thing I know.
Okay, thank you. We will be following up. Has Kendrika arrived? Kendrika?
Yes, I usually go by my middle name, Dini.
Okay, thank you.
So
That's fine.
I don't have any problem. Everything works pretty well.
Thank you. Claire?
Hi, yeah, everything's for me.
Good, thank you. Damiola?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, everything is working well except the recording part, which I told you about.
Yes, can you please explain for everyone?
Yeah, I'll answer later. Damilora wrote me in private, so no worries.
Okay, Daniel?
Hello, everything's all right here.
Good.
Thank you.
Dino?
Hi, everything is working well for me. Thank you.
Thank you too. And Lenny?
Hi. Yeah, I have no problems as well, so it's all good.
Thank you. Elena?
Hi everyone. Everything seems okay, except now I'm still testing the different recording applications for Mac.
Okay. Eve?
Yep, hey, everything's fine for me.
Great. Gabriel?
Hey guys, everything's okay for me too. Thank you.
Muito bem. Gladys?
Yeah, hi. Everything's okay for me.
Wonderful. James?
Hello everyone.
Yes.
Everything's working for me and it's fine. Except that I will fix my setting way for Cody. Thank you.
Which settings?
I save the settings on my iPad so that I can make recordings. Yeah.
On an iPad. Hassan?
Yeah, everything is fine for me.
If you're Luva, please say your name for me.
Ishaolua.
Luva. Okay.
Hi everyone. Everything is fine for me.
Good. Ehab? Ehab Jamal? Not present. Iram? Iram? She texted me, she cannot talk. Sorry for screaming in everyone's ears. Javier is not here. Javier?
Yeah, I'm here.
And everything's fine?
Well, last time I checked, my webcam was sort of failing. That's why I'm on my phone right now. But I don't think I will be needing it in virtual, so yeah, everything else is fine.
That is fine, right. Raying?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Great. Kevin?
Everything fine with green pretty turtle here.
Well, the way you have been retraining, I did not expect a different answer. Thank you for this. Christina?
All good from my side.
Good. Lina?
All good.
Good. Mohammed? Al-Khalafi?
Yes, hello everyone and greeting from Egypt. All is well from my side.
Good. Maha?
Hi. So the platform has not been working for me for a good 3 days. I've complained a couple of people, coordinators, and also complained the AMEE support. They got back to me with the email saying that if it's fine, and I said it's not. So I checked my computer and the Wi-Fi, it's not the issue. It was working perfectly fine. So that's all for now. That's the only issue I'm facing. Like, I think it's a bigger one, but it's the only one.
Yes, we already know about this one. Thanks for repeating. Mark? Mark Magulan? I've seen him present. It seems not anymore. Okay. Maria Al-Rachid?
Hey, yes, everything is fine from my side. Thank you.
Maria Ines?
Yeah, I was having some issues with the audio part yesterday, but in the meantime, I managed to solve, so now everything's good. Thank you.
Great. I like solve problems. Maria Rock?
Hi, Philippa. So I don't have the lime yellow yet. I'm working on that. And I will try to install a QuickTime Player because I was using the normal Mac recording, but I believe that is probably more reliable. So I will work on that today.
Okay, thank you. Michel de Abreu-Perez-Stockler?
That's a long name. All set up and ready to go.
Okay, Michelle?
Everything works. Thanks.
M? Mendogas?
Yeah, everything is working well for me.
Yes. Muhammad? Or Ibrahim?
Oh, hey. So yeah, everything's working well for me as well. However, I was concerned. So basically, I wanted to, practice everything one last time. And thanks to Iram, she managed to organize another session for us as well. So yeah, I think everything's good and under control.
Good. Muriel?
Hi, everything's fine with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Nali?
Yes, hi everyone. Well, my speaker microphone settings are well. My STF t-shirt is good. The platform is working on my device. I have all of the permissions. Only for the recording, I missed my recording button. However, I haven't tried using the shortcut, the keyboard. So I think I can try that tonight since I don't have my laptop now with me. Will that be okay?
Well, if you don't have your laptop, we don't have a different chance, I fear, but we are moving to the platform. So yeah, you will have to check in with us again later on.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, if you have some
I will, and I couldn't share my webcam to the screen, but I think that's okay.
Yeah,
You
sure.
don't need it.
If you have some trouble with it, please contact me because I know the solution.
Yes.
It's in settings of this recorder.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Natasha?
Hi guys. Yeah, it's all good for me.
We would be quite afraid if the coordinators said something different. Thank you. Naveen?
Yeah, everything's working well.
Okay, Nancy?
Yes, everything's working well for me. Thank you.
Then another challenge for me. Oluvafalajimi, please say your name for me.
Yeah, you can just call me Folajimi. I think that's easier. Hi everyone.
Folajimi,
So yeah, everything works for me actually, but because I plan to use a mobile device for a large percentage of the conference, and I'll be recording quite a number of sessions. I had downloaded an application called Screencast-O-Matic earlier to test the recording, which worked. But I mean, following today's session and just to avoid any unfortunate events, I already sent Sebastian a message to probably switch my roles to another one, just so there won't be any problems.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. I will contact you after the session and we'll discuss.
Yes, thank you for notifying us. We will sort it out. Omar?
Yes, everything is working well for me.
And just to remind you guys about the Omar's idea of personal task schedules, it's a great one. So feel free to contact him privately because it's amazing not to lose yourself in the world of different GMT time zones.
We already love you. I hope there's a meme coming on this. Piotr?
Everything's working fine.
Good. Rachel is excused. Roshit?
Good morning, everyone. Things are working very well. I just went to the platform and recorded something, so that was good. And I was showing my friends this yesterday, and they were all very amazed by the platform and all the things we can do. The fact that we can jump and fly everywhere. They were like, "This is pretty cool." So I'm looking forward to it.
Good, great. Thank you. Sahil?
Yeah, all good. No issues.
Sana?
Yeah. Sarah Shiban, me?
What did you say? Sorry. Okay, moving on. Sarah?
Yeah, I'm the one that just spoke. Sorry, I thought you had said Sarah.
That's the confusion. Okay, then Salma again. Salma?
Oh, you said Selma.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It all works good. Thank you, Filipa.
So this is my fault. Okay, now Sarah.
No, it's fine.
So all the sound and the mic, they work when I'm on my phone, but not yet when I'm on my computer. I'm gonna try to figure it out, and if it doesn't work, then I'll contact, I guess, Sebastian.
Okay, the most important tip is always plug in your headset before you start the application and go to the sound wizard, and then in the first part don't speak at all, and then speak the text, and then don't speak at all. That's the way to move forward on that one. If that's what you already did, then we will work further, but that's just
I'll try that again for sure, and then if it doesn't work once more, then I'll make sure to try it first though. Yeah.
the quick one. Okay. Then.
Hi, yes, everything is working good for me.
Okay. Is it Savazen or Shavazen?
Sawazen.
Savazen. Okay, I'll try. Sylvia?
All good.
Great. Stella?
Everything's fine, thanks.
Nice. Tony Ann?
Hey everyone, so everything is good over here. I figured out how to fix my mic issues on the Virtual platform. I took Omar's advice and made a schedule for all my duties over the next week in Google Calendars. That's a very nice way of doing it. It just arranges everything to a local time zone. Once you put in the event in the event time and time to the time zone. So yeah, looking forward to everything, and things are going well here.
Great. Thank you. Treasure?
Hi everyone, everything's fine, so far so good, and I'm excited for Monday.
Yes, I think we all are. Ujimal?
Yeah, all good, Felipe. Thank you.
Thank you. Utku?
Utku had to go, but he was present in the first half of the meeting, but I can confirm on his behalf that all the settings are working for him.
Great, thank you, Matilda. Landry? Landry? I know he was here.
Hey, sorry. Yes, everything is working well. Sorry.
Okay. Yazan?
Everything is good. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Siva?
Everything works fine for me, thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. This went pretty fast. I'm amazed how coordinated and disciplined you can do this. So now we will be moving to the platform. So please meet us on the platform and you may move out of the call. Any of the coordinators something to say I forgot? Otherwise, we can close.
Where will we be meeting in the platform?
We will be using
Yes, STF.
Yes. STF room for everyone.
Bye.
Anyone who's dropping out because they don't have access to their PC right now should message us again, please, in private. And yeah, some of you do it on their mobile anyway, so that's fine. Just if you are not able to join out of any reason right now on the platform, please notify us. Okay, thank you, everyone. See you again in your avatars.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.